y'all? Mr. Cruz here, the hardest worker in the room, here to give you guys another tutorial, not another tutorial, but another insight video. Kind of wanted to share a story. I know that when it comes to DAWs, people are pretty competitive, right? Like, you know, which one's better is FL, Ableton, and whatever. And usually people side with whatever one is their preference. Watch this. This person's dead. Or they were the imposter because they killed me. See? Thank you. I also kind of feel the same way in regards to whatever platform people use. So for example, I use Beatstars, and I get a couple of people, especially people who are starting out, who ask me like, you know, hey, do you think I should sell stuff on Beatstars? Do you think I should sign up for a Beatstars or an Airbit or a Track Train? And I fell into that same mentality of like, you know, I want to give my beats the best option that they have as far as being successful and being heard by people. And I thought, all right, if I sign up for a Beatstars, then that's just going to be the magic pill. That's going to be the magic switch. People are just going to automatically find my stuff and then start buying it, which is completely not true. So what I did is I went for the free Beatstars account, which I think lets you have like 10 beats up. After that, after I filled those 10 beats up, I went to the paid account, which lets you have 50 beats. After I filled those 50 beats, I paid for, you know, the pro account, which lets you have unlimited beats. So, and I think it was like $0, $10, $20. So I'm paying $20 a month now. So here is kind of like where it kind of gets iffy. If I had it to do all over again, I would not go with Beatstars. I would not go with Track Train. I would not go with anybody. Here's what I would have done. SoundCloud lets you have like with the free account, lets you have a couple of hours worth of music up for no charge. So what I would have done is I would have posted my beats like I do on Instagram and on YouTube. Also YouTube lets you have an unlimited amount of videos up there for free. And I would have done them, uploaded them to SoundCloud in like 30-second increments. So like 30-second clips of beats that I would have up there. And I would do this. And while I'm doing this, I would have more focus or more emphasis of my time on marketing, on networking, on connecting with artists, on sending people my stuff, and getting better at like mixing and mastering, because I suck at mixing. But anyways, I would say all that because that to me should have been my central focus early on. My beats are going to get better with time. But my marketing, I felt like I wasted a lot of years, not a lot of years, but I wasted a lot of time trying to push out beats and push out content, but my branding and my marketing were way off. And like, I didn't really know what I was doing. So you don't need a Beatstars. You don't need a Track Train. You don't need an Airbit. You don't need any of those platforms, because people are going to come and buy your beats because of you, because of who you are, and because of the content that you put out. They identify with your brand. They identify with you as a person. And that's why people are going to come to you. So they're not going to go, hey man, I typed your name in Beatstars and I didn't find anything. That has never happened. I'll say that's never happened to me. I don't say it's never happened, but it probably rarely happens to anybody. What people are going to do is if they see you posting something on Twitter or on Instagram, they're going to hit you up and be like, hey man, I saw you post that one beat. Like, where can I find it? And then you can kind of, you know, have your negotiation and your sales pitch and do whatever you got to do there. I will say this in favor of Beatstars is that at a certain point, I got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm selling beats. I also want to sell sound kits. Hey, Beatstars platform has, you know, the capabilities to sell sound kits. Well, I also want to sell services. Beatstars has that built into their platform where you can sell services. I also want to collect email and track data and do all those things like, you know, Google Analytics. Beatstars has that stuff built in. So I would say if you're just starting out, scale upwards and be prepared to use those tools whenever you're ready to start using them. It made zero sense for me to start like tracking Google Analytics and stuff like that when I wasn't selling anything. Nobody was listening to my beats. I wasn't selling any beats. But now where I get, you know, a couple hundred plays a week, that's important because like I can use that data to track and, you know, find more customers and market and all those kind of like strategic ad campaigns that you can do. The other thing that I would say, and I'll kind of end it with this, the best thing to do is, I know I just said like, hey, don't use Beatstars, and then I said, but I like Beatstars, and now here's my other argument is like, I don't need Beatstars. Is that even if like what I don't want, what I fear, and what I think a lot of content creators fear is being a slave to a platform. So not that long ago, people were afraid because, you know, there was talks of banning TikTok in the US. And so a lot of content creators who have made their home and established themselves as a brand and as a business on TikTok were afraid that they were going to lose their livelihood because this platform was going to be taken away from them. Same thing can happen with Facebook or with Instagram or with, God forbid, Beatstars. If Beatstars ever goes under and they say like, hey, you guys, we're done, we're closing down the servers, blah, 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 you can't have anything. I don't want to be a slave to that. And so I recently this year, I got my own website. And even though I haven't set up a shop on there, I'm just kind of like embedded my Beatstars store on my website. I do feel like it's one small step towards the goal of being self-sustainable. Because you don't want to be at the mercy of something that can change overnight or in the course of a week, and then you have to like re-strategize and replan a whole bunch of things that can get really, really messy and that have already cost you a lot of money that you've gotten comfortable with. So just something to keep in mind. You don't need these platforms, especially if you're just starting out. Focus on the branding, focus on the marketing, focus on the networking, worry about all that stuff after you've gotten some traction. All right, I'm about to get killed here because this chick right here, Ori, is gonna kill me. She always does. Anyways, peace out.